Today, the RCMP, along with our American law enforcement partners, the U.S. Coast Guard, Homeland Security Investigations, and U.S. Customs and Border Protection, are pleased to announce that criminal charges have been approved in relation to a cross-border drug smuggling operation taking place between British Columbia and Washington State. Mr. William Barnes from Saanich, British Columbia, is facing 11 separate charges. These include importation of cocaine, possession for the purpose of trafficking cocaine, importation of crystal methamphetamine, possession for the purpose of trafficking in crystal methamphetamine, importation of heroin, possession for the purpose of trafficking heroin, possession of a handgun with readily accessible ammunition, 2 counts of possession of a prohibited device, large capacity magazines, possession of proceeds for backpack of $150,000, and smuggling under Section 159 of the Customs Act of Canada.
Through our partnerships and relationships with RCMP, Air Marine Operations were in the area of the meet that morning, and we made initial contact with the U.S. vessel that was returning, and we made contact with Mr. Horton. During that time, during our interviews, we built our suspicion to the point where we knew Mr. Horton was involved in the transaction, and we called HSI, and we transported Mr. Horton and the vessel to a meeting point and turned the investigation over to HSI.
So at that point, special agents with HSI conducted follow-up investigations, interviews, which ultimately resulted in an additional search the following day, where agents recovered and seized another 35 kilograms of cocaine and another 37 kilograms of methamphetamine. The investigation is still ongoing, so I can't speak to specifics as to what's happening now. I can tell you that Mr. Horton has pled guilty to conspiracy to export narcotics and is facing sentencing in September of this year.